आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस कितनी बड़ी बात है इस दुनिया के लिए, और जिस तरह से देश प्रगति कर रहा है और आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जिस तरह से तरक्की कर रहा है, आज बहुत सारे खतरे भी पैदा हो गए हैं और बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ भी आ गई है। ऐसे में विश्व को आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के साथ कैसे तालमेल बिठाया जाए, व्यापार और उद्योग धंधों में इसको कैसे इस्तेमाल किया जाए, इसके साथ ही इसके व्यावहारिक खतरों से कैसे निपटा जाए, इसको लेकर दुनिया चिंतित है और अब इस पर मंथन शुरू हो गया है। नमस्कार, मैं हूं हेमंत पाठक राही और आप देख रहे हैं बीबीसी राजस्थान की ये खास पेशकश। दोस्तों, पिछले दिनों अमेरिका में आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को लेकर एक सेमिनार का आयोजन किया गया। दुनिया भर के उद्योगपतियों के साथ ही विभिन्न व्यवसायों से जुड़े हुए बड़े बड़े लीडर्स ने मिलकर इस पर मंथन किया और इसको लेकर चर्चा की। इसमें वे लोग भी शामिल थे जो अलग अलग देशों की सरकारों से जुड़े हुए हैं और इस आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को लेकर काम कर रहे हैं। वागड़ के निवासी और अमेरिका के एनआरआई अशोक जी भट्ट, जो इस संस्था के अध्यक्ष हैं, उनकी सदारत में यह कार्यक्रम हुआ और इसमें 131 से ज़्यादा देशों के लोगों ने भाग लिया और इस पर विचार विमर्श हुआ। इस चर्चा में क्या निकला और आगे किस तरह की रणनीति बनाई जाएगी, इसको लेकर बीबीसी राजस्थान ने इन सभी लोगों से बातचीत की। अशोक जी भट्ट के साथ ही कुछ और लोग भी इसमें जुड़े और उन्होंने अपने विचार व्यक्त किए। गोल्डी डिजिनेट के डायरेक्टर प्रणय कोठारी ने उनसे ऑनलाइन चर्चा की और समझने का प्रयास किया कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को लेकर क्या किया जा सकता है और क्या हो रहा है। आइए आपको भी दिखाते हैं इस पूरी बातचीत के विशेष अंश।
Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to this special session presented by BBC Rajasthan, where we bring global conversations closer to home. Today, we are exploring one of the most critical topics of our era: how artificial intelligence is reshaping the future of the workforce. The discussion follows the recently held International Summit on AI and Workforce in Washington, D.C., organized by the Alliance Indus Foundation, a US-based non-profit working to empower workers in the age of AI. We feel a special pride in hosting this conversation as the foundation's president, Mr. Ashok Bhatt, hails from Jasgarpur, a small town in Rajasthan, yet has taken lead Raghuvraj Singh, vice president of the foundation, who has been instrumental in advocating responsible and inclusive AI growth. We also have Dr. Smita Joshi, another female doctor who is traveling across all major US universities to reach out scientists and inventors for advanced diabetic care using AI. She is also a part of technical expert group member working with the government of India on a visit to the United States. She is an advisor to the Alliance Indus Foundation as well. So, gentlemen and ladies, thank you for joining us. It's a privilege for BBC Rajasthan to highlight your efforts and bring these insights to the audience. How are you guys?
Thank you for having us. Thank you for such a pleasure joining you all. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Same here.
So we'll start. We'll just start. So I'll right away start my first question with Mr. Bhatt. Mr. Bhatt, what was the vision behind organizing this international summit on AI and workforce in Washington, D.C.?
First of all, that Alliance Indus Foundation is a cross-border for the worldwide business development, economic development, job development, and others, the country developments, a platform of all the world, different countries. We work across the world, not only the India or not only the England or something, but about 150, 192 countries we support on. This is a platform is providing for all the investors in the world. So the AI we did is a summit at the AI is artificial intelligence, which is modernizing the whole world now, moving towards to the artificial intelligence, where that the minimum work by the human and the maximum work will be artificial intelligence going to be. So we have started that summit on that one. We did it first summit in 2023, where we were able to raise $3 billion and the investors came to Gujarat and then they started to the invest and commitment given by them. and they created almost 25,000 jobs in Gujarat directly, indirectly in 2023. In 2024, from that summit in 2023, there was a birth of some company, Saudi Arabia, who wanted to come and do some business in USA. So we asked them to join us in San Francisco, and we work hard and then open up their office in 2024 in San Francisco, California, USA. In 2025, when the President Reagan come, they announced $20 billion investment in USA. So our achievement within a 3 year from this company was, there is a great achievement that we were able to get commitment for $3 billion in India, $20 billion in USA, just from one or two companies or three companies like that one. So that we encouraged by that, and then we decided to do a large summit in the Washington DC, where we had about 15 embassies different. We sent it invitation to the 20 embassies. Out of that, 15 embassies showed interest, and they came there in event, and they presented in our summit. Then we invited 100 senators, and then out of 170 Congress members, senators showed the interest to join our summit, because this is the hot topic in the world right now. So, and then out of 70, out of 100 requested, the 45 Congress members themselves, they came, and rest of they sent their staff. So it was a great achievement for the community, and also that almost more than 100, 150 companies, CEOs came, including the Facebook and some other large companies. So the further that the details will be, Rajkumar Braguraj Singh ji will give you on those companies and other areas. I will leave that right here for him to address the other issue.
So, Mr. Singh, how do you see the role of a non-profit like Alliance Indus Foundation in shaping global conversations around AI and workforce readiness?
That's a very important question you asked. If you go back 15 years ago, when the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals were outlined, before the UN SDG rules or guidelines came into effect, the world was developing in a very haphazard manner. But due to the development of the UN SDG guidelines, now there's something to fall back on, to refer to in terms of sustainable development. So in a similar fashion, the organization acts as a buffer and a guideline to enhance balanced growth between artificial intelligence and business, to protect the workforce, and to have a collaborative cycle together. Because AI, of course, is an amazing tool, an amazing technology to enhance the business objectives. At the same time, there are 8 billion people on the planet. And while we feel close to technology, there are so many communities, Africa and India and Bangladesh and so many other countries, which haven't even caught up with the smartphone as yet. So if they are not made aware of this rise in this technological power, which is there to assist them eventually, but they must be made aware that this is something that is coming up, it is advancing, and all the businesses, administrations, governments, healthcare, hospitals, everyone is embracing this technology. So how can the workforce adapt to this technology to benefit the growth not only of these ecosystems, but also the skill of the workforce? So that's where the organization acts as a medium, if you want to call it that.
So, Singh, coming to the next question, which is actually right about what you just said. So, Mr. Singh, what skills do you believe will be most critical in the next 5-10 years as AI becomes more mainstream?
I think, at the end of the day, the most important skills will be how you can embrace artificial intelligence in your own work environment. A doctor cannot leave his profession. A farmer is not going to leave his profession. Artificial intelligence doesn't demand anyone to leave their profession. It's there to enhance that profession, right? So the more they are aware of this rise in this technological assistance tool, and the more they learn to embrace it, the more they will be able to generate from their own ecosystem, whether it's farming, whether it's healthcare, whether it's business, whether it's retail, whether it's it could be any cyber, it could be any other ecosystem. So ultimately, it is there as an assistance tool, not to take over. Over to you.
Dr. Joshi, many people fear that AI will replace jobs. How do you respond to those concerns?
Yeah, simply, I would explain the benefits of AI, and then we are going to that question, AI and jobs. Simply, we have around 1 million type 1 diabetic children in India. They are staying in rural areas, right? Then it's not possible to reach out each kid. These kids are so many queries in their daily routine life during 24/7. Health education is more important to these children. How much they should eat, how much they should do exercise, how much so much queries are there. So we are thinking that if AI is there, we already developing such softwares with the help of AI. Then we can reach out each and every kid who's staying in rural areas and underprivileged families. With the help of AI, we give them health education and to sort out all the queries. So the AI and jobs here, see, totally clear. This is the truly benefits from the AI, right? And Alliance Index is the global platform. I am here. The Alliance platform is the Alliance Index is the platform to connect with us to the inventors with the and who are already in the AI technology in the US. This is in fact, I would love to say I am traveling all the major universities in US, but this platform of Alliance Index giving so much only in my 2 days event in DC and New York. So I am really grateful on behalf of 140 crore of people, the chairman of Alliance Index and co-chairman, Mr. Brugraj Singh ji. Thank you.
So, Mr. Singh, you emphasized responsible and inclusive growth. Could you elaborate on what a responsible AI ecosystem looks like in a practice?
Responsibility in this ecosystem means that the businesses who are deploying artificial intelligence need to be conscious of workforce enhancement also at the same time. So this is a dialogue that, as Dr. Smita Joshi very rightly said, unless and until you get all these ecosystems together in the same room and have a discussion, there might be the growth might happen in so many multiple directions. So our effort is to bring all the stakeholders in the same room together through these summits, through these awareness meetings, be it the investors, be it the policymakers, be it the international representatives, and being in Washington, D.C., which is the seat of the Congress in the United States and the government. That is where a lot of the policies are made, important policies, and involving policymakers over there also really impacts this discussion. So responsibility stems from the fact that you have to have the stakeholders on the same table. If even one stakeholder is missing, the question of responsibility doesn't arise. So that is the answer to that.
So, Mr. Bhatt, now let's talk about the global collaborations here. With ambassadors from over 15 countries attending the event, what kind of international cooperation do you envision on AI policy? And how do you see developing countries like Bangladesh or Estonia contributing to global AI strategies?
I think, including those 15 countries, the ambassador joined us. There was the World Bank advisor to the director also joined us. Some Maxim Bank ex-chairman was there. So there were so many different financial institutions who wanted to be a backup internationally. They are there. Now is the country's interest, depending on the country, that how much the country want to observe and then grab it. Depending on that circumstances, that this platform is so big, and so viable in the all areas, especially in the pharma area or the health sector or the agriculture sector, is very much of the developing countries need it to be utilizing that. And in that case, that that they may have support through the World Bank or the some other agencies or United Nations or some the plenty of other sources are there, because one of the UN subsidiaries also was join us in the summit, and then their goal was that how to support the countries to be growing up on this sector area. And they out of 20 countries, 15 countries representative practically came there and joined. That means you can see a value of that 75% of the world is interested to be joining this whole platform. And then this artificial intelligence, that they are more curious, some of the countries, and some of the countries are very serious about to how to start immediately, and then how to be a sit on a front driver seat. So there are plenty of the developments is going to be happening now in within the next year or two. In fact, we are planning to coming a delegation bringing about the 25 30 big companies to India in January or beginning of the February. Our plan is to bringing and present to the in front of the Modi ji to them that what these companies can come and do invest in India. Same time, we are urging to the Indian companies to participate in that summit while we do in New Delhi. So the Indian companies can joint venture with those companies and see that vice versa, that they can come to the USA or the going in any other countries to be their sector to be investing also on AI portion.
Mr. Bhatt, that takes me to the next question, which is anyways going to ask, and this is one of my favorite questions, which any of you might choose to answer. What role can India play in bringing global AI innovations with workforce empowerment?
See, allow me to take this on behalf of Mr. Bhatt and Dr. Smith. India being has a workforce of a rather population of 1.5 billion people.
Correct.
600 million people in India below the age of 30. Just that number, sheer number, is so massive that India, say, in this entire cycle, in this entire narrative, is very, very important, because that's 1/6 of mankind we are talking about. You
Correct.
cannot deploy AI on the moon or on Mars. Ultimately, it's for the people of this planet. It's going to be circulated within the 8 billion people that exist on this planet. So no matter what we say, India being 1.5 billion people, 1/6 of mankind, 600 million people below the age of 30, ultimately will play a very, very crucial role in defining not only the evolution of AI, but also the deployment.
Correct.
Because anything that evolves, innovates out of India and by Indians will be for the use of not only the 1.5 billion people, but also for the rest of the world. So I think India's seat on the table is very, very vital, and I'm sure that that will continue to evolve in the right direction. So, Mr. Bhatt, if you'd like to take this,
I'm just saying,
extend this question.
I mean, you just told me that a lot of popular institutions like Johnson and Johnson, Zai Capital, and John Hopkins also joined this event. What insights came from these participants?
That's
Raghu, you
a
can
very nice
answer
question.
that.
So that's a very good question. So ultimately, the reason, as I said, everybody has to have a seat on the table, Pranay, and by that I mean a conscious commitment to enhance the collaboration between AI and the workforce that they deploy. If you're aware, and I'm sure you're aware, that these organizations that you just mentioned are some of the leading employers of workforce, not only in America but also the rest of the world. So I think bringing them on the discussion table, and not only talking about the evolution of AI to benefit their growth, but also what their perception is to enhance the workforce that is already existing. So what they're aiming to do from the discussions that evolved is that they're aiming to also train and become and create a familiarity between new AI tools that are coming, which they will eventually be deploying, and to have the workforce not only oversee the results, but also enhance their own skill sets. So it has to be a collaborative effort, as I said. Over to you.
Dr.
In addition to,
Joshi, as I see that
let me edit up a few things more. That by coming up the conclusion that the out of this summit, there is a big achievement that the so many people who become interested to come and invest in India. There are the ready to come about 25 to 30 people, investor people who are big companies, and they are planning to be anywhere from the 1 billion to the $50 billion range companies who are interested to be coming to India and invest in the AI sector, because the AI sector in a labor on AI is the tech IT side is a lot of labor is available in India easily, and that is the reason that now these all people are very much interested to be coming and joining, and that is one is the most likely that if we successfully bring them, and then the Indian government good cooperation come, in that case maybe we can have more than a 1 billion, I mean a $100 billion investment can come in India by our this summit. This is the one is achievement for just for India, that these are the people who showed the interest that we want to come in India and then invest in India, so we can have that the benefit of the investment. So our local job, local economic development, local modernization of the agriculture, local modernization of education, local modernization of the pharmaceutical, transportation, any field you name it, those are the different type of investors are willing to come in India, and they want to join and do the fastest growing join in the 2047 vision of Modi ji. So this is one is a great achievement we have of this summit, and is good outcome is come out.
Dr. Joshi, you work very closely with the government of India. What kind of policy interventions do you think government should prioritize to protect and empower the workforce in the AI era?
Yeah, absolutely. Just nowadays, the not only healthcare industry, but everything is in golden era. With the simple one example, just now the government invited, and the most principle followed by government, then the vision of our honorable Prime Minister Sri, the Make in India process. So each and every technology with AI softwares and anything, this nowadays is always welcomed by Ministry Government of India for people to people ties for better world. So government is beyond the boundaries. So open the doors for this purpose, for benefits. Government make Vasudevam Kutumbakam, one earth, one family. So yeah, so betterment of world. So this nowadays is the golden era, and Alliance Indus is giving the global platform for beyond the boundaries to each and every countries for betterment of people. So that's amazing.
So, Mr. Singh, do you believe that universities and industries are currently aligned in preparing students for an AI-driven economy?
I definitely think that the awareness is being created, and ultimately these students also, as I said, being the 600 million people are below the age of 30, they are also aware because of social media, because of a lot of other tools available now to understand technology and where it can benefit. So they are also themselves adapting. So there's the government is making a lot of effort. The institutions are making a lot of effort, and the students themselves are also self-aware, and they don't want to be left behind. They want to be on this bandwagon. So I think the media is playing a very important role. So thank you for such an amazing sort of a platform on this topic. And I would add further that the more awareness is created from responsible institutions like yourself, as long as I'm sure that it will continue to go in the right direction. We haven't achieved 100% awareness as yet, but that is something that's evolving. I'm sure that over the next, very soon you'll see more and more of that come together.
Mr. Bhatt, how can businesses balance innovation with workforce security in a rapidly changing environment where it's the technological advancements are going like anything in an exponential way? How do you think they can balance innovation with workforce security? Because as mentioned earlier, people have this unknown fear of getting replaced by the AI jobs.
Brigu, you can answer that question.
See, the ultimately, let's go back 100 years, right? For thousands of years, mankind was riding horses, right? And they were riding chariots. All of a sudden, in about 100 years ago, the evolution of the flight took place. And when that happened, a lot of people were skeptical that this technology may not last. Or where is this going? I don't want to be going in this machine in the skies. So people were skeptical. So anytime something new happens, skepticism will always be there. But I think at the end of the day, ultimately, whatever technology evolves, it is for the betterment of the society we live in. And as long as businesses are responsible and conscious of that objective, that is the reason I mentioned the importance of the guidelines. Like we have the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals guidelines for sustainable projects, for sustainable development. A lot of institutions now are pushing for the right guidelines, which can be universally adopted by businesses, by institutions, by government, which can be followed for a responsible and collaborative growth.
Correct. So now my final questions to all of you. What would be your one message to the young professionals who are uncertain about their future careers in an AI transformed economy?
Keep yourself aware. Most important thing is be aware, and I'm sure they are. Awareness is the only way to be able to understand where the technologies of the world are evolving, and awareness leads to self growth and self adoption. So I think that together is the most important. So they're already 90% there. 10% is just keep abreast of all the new technologies that are being adopted. And Mr. Bhatt, of course, a leading businessman such himself, employing so many people, would be, of course, better placed to even answer what I just said. So over to him.
I think the younger generation is more aware of this all the modernization, and then they were very IT savvy. People were worried about that. Oh, is that really the IT is going to be a revolutionary? But after that one is happened, now that Facebook and all those can happen, the watches are gone, the clock, calculators are gone. The books are gone. Everything is online as a digital came then after that one. Now that is coming is an artificial. So all the new generation is coming is going to be a very balanced one on their mind that how they're going to be utilizing them, and then they're going to be utilizing the artificial intelligence. So that is a supportive tool for the human. It is not the vehicle where you sit and then you utilize as a human, but as a human you utilizing the AI. So that's one is a great tools is coming for the new generation, next generation we can say. In my all my businesses that the younger people are more IT savvy, and then more are interested in the AI side. They are more concentrating. While we don't understand much of that area, our generation, but they are understanding more on that portion. So that is all I can say. That what I'm learning from my younger employees, all that who are between 20 and 25, they are coming up, and then they start up, they're doing, and within 3 years they are making more than $100 million company, $200 million company in intellectual base, and then they are moving so fast, while we have worked for maybe 30, 40, 50 years, and then we are not reaching up to that level that where these children are younger generation is reaching within 2 or 3 years. So that is a great tools are coming in the world. So that thing is happening great for the younger generation.
And also Dr. Joshi's very important message, because ultimately healthcare is going to be using the artificial intelligence. So how are healthcare professionals and the ecosystem benefiting and utilizing artificial? So her comments also would be very important in this question that you just asked, Pranay. Dr. Joshi.
Yeah, I totally agree with Mr. Ashok Bhatt and Mr. Brugrasi ji. The AI is to support the people. AI is there to reach out each and everyone who's staying in remote areas, who's staying in rural areas. So this is a home to message that AI is helpful. No worries. AI is totally for betterment of people. One earth, one family. That's it.
Let's just all agree that AI being a very good accelerator for the growth, rather than looking at it as a competitor, why not just use it as a tool to enhance our skills and to reach out to new dimensions of success? Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. Very well
So
put.
with that, we conclude today's enlightening session. On behalf of BBC Rajasthan, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Ashok Bhatt, Mr. Rajkumar Brigraj Singh, Dr. Joshi, for sharing their perspective on innovation, global cooperation, and preparing the workforce for an AI-driven future. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
you very
Appreciate it.
much. And thanks to all the Vagadwasi.